Hi, we're at the thrift doing a little thrift with me. If you're new here, I'm Nina. I like making videos about thrifting, fashion, and making outfits. And today I am looking for good fall bits, scarves, sweaters, lightweight jackets to just layer, just throw on over anything. Maybe a nice hat. Also some like cool wash jeans. Cool, not like cold, but like interesting. Especially like if it has a really kind of like Y2K faded pattern or even kind of a yellow tinged wash, I think can be really, really sweet. Maybe even like a hint of acid wash. Not like a full-on 80s acid wash jean, but just like a hint of an acid wash I think could be kind of cool. And I'm also gonna pop into the homewares and see what I can find there because I am working on a little like apartment makeover, thrifted apartment makeover video. So if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe so you can see that. And yeah, let's go see what the thrift has. So first thing, I walk into the thrift store and I see this sign that everything is 50% off. So I knew it was gonna be a good thrift. Starting in the sweaters, I see this like cranberry cardigan with a little mock neck, and I have such a weakness for a mock neck cardigan, whether it's a button or a zip, and I just absolutely adore this shade of cranberry for this fall, so had to add it to the cart. Then I saw this cashmere, kind of like interesting textured, like almost geometric ribbing from Classiques NTA, which I have had other sweaters from them in the past I really like. I feel like they do kind of interesting things, and I think it's like a Nordstrom brand from the 2000s or something, but I thought this would be so sweet for the holidays. This sweater dress I fell in love with. It has a little fringe on the bottom. It did have a hole, but it was like reminding me of this one Reformation sweater dress that I really have been admiring from like a year or two ago, and I just think it's so cute. It's like a little bit boho and would just be so sweet with some knee-high boots for this fall. Now this tan v-neck felt like merino wool. It could not find a materials tag, but I feel like this v-neck is such a perfect layering piece. It's really thin and lightweight, but a natural material, so it's not going to irritate your skin. I also just love a v-neck with a little t-shirt. That's like my favorite combo for outfits right now. Now this sweater feels like something that Doan would make to me, but it had this beautiful vintage tag. It was in a color, like this red was a little too pinky pink for me, but all of the details on the sweater were so good. It had like the slightest hint of a puff sleeve and all of this like really beautiful stitching detailing throughout the whole thing. Just very delicate and was incredible, but I just wish had been a different color. This polo I did add to the cart. This is not my color at all. But I was like, I really want a polo sweater to play with like layering polos. I just really like that neckline and I like the buttons, and I was like, maybe this will be my first dyeing project and I will dye this whole thing black. So I had to put it in the cart, even though the color was just really not me. Now this little cardigan feels so like 90s J. Crew. It was made of that kind of like 90s slinky knit material. I like that it was in a tan and had these really cute little shell buttons. I feel like the little shell buttons like this are gonna be a thing, maybe more into like spring, but this cardigan you can wear year round. This striped 3/4 length sleeve top from the brand 3 Dots. So really high quality shirt, but then I realized it had a stain right in the middle of it. It's not showing up on camera as much, but it was like undeniable in person. Otherwise this would have been a perfect little striped shirt because I've just been keeping my eyes out for one. This green long sleeve just feels like such a good basic, and I've been so drawn to greens recently. And again, I just don't have that many long sleeve t-shirts. It was an extra small, so I felt like it would actually be fitted, because that's one of my issues. So many times with long sleeve shirts at the thrift, they just won't fit me the way I want, but I just had a feeling that this one would. Here's another long sleeve. This one had a scoop neck and it was this kind of fuchsia pink color, which is very out of my comfort zone, but I don't know why. Something about this, like the scoop neck with the 3/4 sleeve, it felt really cute. Another striped shirt. This one is a little turtleneck, and I'm really trying to find a striped long sleeve shirt. So I did add this to the cart, but when I looked closer at it, I realized the sleeves to body tightness ratio did not add up. Like if it's loose in the body, I want the sleeves to also be loose. I don't like a top where the sleeves are fitted and then the body of it is loose. So I did end up leaving this. Now the trench. This trench was so good, but it had this weird like gunk on the bottom. Now shout out, because this is just like a fun suede jacket, and I literally had this exact one but in black from another thrift store back in college. So it just like feels very like winter girl, cute, fur cuffs. Just had to give it a shout out. Next, this trench, London Fog, vintage tag, had a blue wool lining that honestly I love the little pop of blue. I think that's so cute. And it unzips so you can take the lining out when it's a little bit warmer out, and then you leave it in when it's cold out. So good. The collar was like a little bit interesting, but unfortunately it had these really crazy shoulder pads. I feel like whenever I find an incredible trench that I think is going to be perfect, it has crazy shoulder pads and then it doesn't fit the way I want. So I had to leave this behind, even though all the details were so good. The little flaps on the sleeves, the neckline, like it's just the little design details in this. And then while I was looking at that, I saw this black oversized leather jacket. I don't need one to add to my wardrobe, but I wanted to give this a shout out because it was so soft and like slouchy in such a good way for an oversized jacket. Like that's what you want it to feel, just like slouchy and loose and chill. And this checked all those boxes. Oh my gosh, this is literally the fur jacket of my dreams. Oh my gosh, this fur coat was everything. It had like a swing coat kind of shape. The sleeves were slightly flared, and the neckline was like a stand collar that could be buttoned. It was vintage. It was faux fur. The dark brown is incredible. And when I tried it on, it fit perfect. And you're gonna be like, Nina, you must have brought this home. Nope. And I'm gonna tell you why. There was a bunch of really gunky stuff on it. But this coat like broke my heart. I stayed at the thrift store probably an extra half hour just trying to decide if I could take it home and if there's a way that I would be able to maybe get this stuff off of the faux fur, or if I would have to leave it because like the fit was so good. It was so beautiful. And just like, I'm like, if I have a fur coat, or a faux fur coat, this is what I want it to be. But I left it behind because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to get the gunk out of it. Next, this dark gray wool blend jacket. I love that it had the little stand collar and it was just like really kind of loose and flowy, so you could just throw it on over anything. But this was a little bit longer than what I'm looking for. Like with something like this, I want it to be like down to my ankles or hit right around at my hips. I don't want it in that thigh length area. So I did leave this behind, but it was almost what I wanted. Then hopping into the accessories, I saw this really classic black beret. And I just really wish that I could be a beret person. I feel like I see other people style them and I'm like, oh my gosh, they look so chic. I love it. And then whenever I try one on, I'm just like, this doesn't work with my face shape. So I thought better and I left it behind. And then I saw this super fuzzy, almost like chenille bucket cap, which I thought was kind of sweet. I feel like you don't really see it in this kind of like sheen, shimmery texture. I loved the idea of this, but then when I looked inside at the tag was like brown from, I don't know if it's hair grease or dirt or what, but I couldn't get past it. Then I checked in the bags and I found this incredible suede fringe little shoulder bag from the brand Q&A, and it's literally the perfect amount of fringe for me to kind of play with the fringe trend. Like I couldn't do a full-on crazy bag, but just a little mini bag, feels Western with stitching detail, and I'm obsessed. Then I found this Coach bag, which I went and I checked inside and it seems legit because the number was real on the inside. But I'm not a huge monogram person, but for some reason, this bag, like, I don't know if it's just because the monogram was like tan and the patent leather was yellow and it just felt like it all kind of worked together, but the combination of the textures and the overall just vibe of this bag, I was so convinced by. The only issue is that after I like held onto the patent leather for a minute, it started to feel really sticky and almost like it was gonna start to kind of fall apart. So I had to leave this behind, but I really might just have to like search on eBay for one similar that is not having the same like gross patent leather issues. Then I found this little mini Liz Claiborne dead stock with tags bag. It had some marks on it and some discoloration, but I just thought it was so sweet. The floral embroidery, the fact that it was this kind of green gray color, but I just thought this was so precious, just felt so 90s rom-com to me. Now these clogs, if these had been real leather, they would have come home with me. Fortunately, they were pleather, but like they were real wood and I loved the studs. I just wish the materials were better. Then I found Bass Weejan's patent leather little grandpa loafers, which I absolutely love. I have one pair of Bass Weejan's like oxblood tassel loafers that I got at the thrift last year, and they're so comfortable, like just a perfect classic loafer. But unfortunately, when I went to try these on, something was going on that was weird with the arch support, so they were just not comfortable. They were super cute, but just were not comfortable. Then in the men's section, I found this 100% cashmere gray sweater vest, very oversized, but I just have a vision for this with that one Uniqlo oversized white t-shirt and then some like good jeans and a black ballet flat, and I think that's just such a cool outfit. Then I found this little polo sweater that made it so I could leave the purple one behind because I actually like the color of this one. It was 100% merino wool, really lightweight, and I liked that it kind of cinched in at the waist, so layering this over like a white t-shirt, I could kind of zhuzh it up so that the bottom of the white t-shirt would show, and then you'd have the little neckline on top and the white t-shirt on the bottom, and it would just be so good. So that is everything that I found at the thrift. Now let's head home and I'll give you guys the haul. Hi, I'm back from the thrift store, and there was some really good stuff, some pieces that I have had my eye out for, really good layering bits, some fringe that I can't wait to show you. So let's get into it. I'll start with sweaters. The first sweater I found was this tan, like light brown v-neck, super lightweight. It feels like merino wool, but there was no tag inside. And today was a 50% off all clothes and like shoes and accessories day. So everything here was half price, which was very lucky. And I have been looking for a sweater that's like this exact shade of like brown tan, or it's like a slightly cooler tan or like cooler light brown. And I've just been looking for more v-necks, so I love the idea of this layered over a little white tee with some jeans, a belt, whatever. And I just think it's gonna be so easy to wear. It's such a perfect layering weight because it is super lightweight and it feels like merino wool. It's not itchy, but I'm just so excited. So then the next sweater, which is honestly kind of similar, is this. Also merino wool, and this is a polo neck sweater, and this is another one that I've been looking for. Like, if you have watched my thrifting videos, you know I've been looking for sweaters with interesting necklines to layer, and check. So this has a little polo neck. I love the light blue. I am trying to slowly introduce more color into my wardrobe in ways that still feel like appropriate to my personal style and that I'm actually gonna like reach for and wear, and this light blue feels very approachable to me. It feels very doable. It's so good. I feel like there's this one Tibby polo, like knit polo shirt that I have just been admiring. They styled in like a really cool way with some layers, and I've been like, I want to recreate something similar to that. And this is the perfect polo to do that with. I like that it comes in on the bottom too, so I can kind of like zhuzh it up a little bit and play with trying to get some hemlines, layering underneath it. And I just think it's good, a little bit of color, easy to wear, merino wool, again, not itchy, and just, it's a good one. So then the last sweater I got, another layering piece, is this cashmere sweater vest, 100% cashmere, and I'm so excited about it. I feel like people are kind of over a v-neck sweater vest now. There was that big boom a couple of years back, and everybody kind of got over them, but I'm still really into a menswear sweater vest. This is 100% cashmere. I love the dark charcoal gray, the v-neck, perfect over a little t-shirt or a collared shirt. And I really like that it's oversized like this. But again, it's just a good layering piece. Sweaters are just, it's the time of year for them, so I couldn't resist. Also, oh my gosh, I forgot to say prices for anything. So the tan sweater was $4.99 half price, so $2.50. Blue sweater was $8.49 half price, so like $4.25. And then the sweater vest was $9.49 half price, so what, $4.75-ish, but such good quality, super soft, and I just love this color. So the last top I got is this green scoop neck long sleeve, and I think the scoop neck is gonna come back because we're doing the v-neck now. We got really into the boat neck and like a tight little crew neck baby tee a couple years ago, so it only makes sense that the scoop neck is gonna come back in full force. And so I got this little green scoop neck long sleeve. Again, bringing some color in with this really sweet green. It feels very classic to me, but it's not like crazy bright. And I think it's actually like a sample that's new because that's what it literally says on the tag. It says like sample. It's from the brand Lily Pulitzer. It was $8.49 half price, so $4.25. and I'm just really excited about it. I have just had my eye out for more good long sleeves. I feel like this is gonna fit really well. I like the color, and again, it's a neckline that I don't have in my wardrobe otherwise, so feels like a good addition. And then the last thing I got was this Fringe suede little shoulder bag with brass hardware. It just feels so cool. And you know, Fringe is all the rage right now, or whatever. It is the brand Q&A, which I had literally never heard of until a couple weeks ago when I found a sweater at the thrift that was the same brand. But this is just really cute, and like this is the kind of bag where so simple, but it has this fringe detail that just makes it make like an otherwise super simple outfit have a little more oomph, you know? Like it just makes it work. And I love that, and it kind of leans into like boho, indie sleaze, all of that in a really sweet way. And I just love like the texture and the movement that you get with the fringe on this bag. Just such a good addition to so many outfits. So that is everything I ended up getting. I am not gonna lie, I'm really disappointed with some of the stuff that I had to leave behind, but what can you do? So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed yet, subscribe so I can see you next time. And if you want to see my day-to-day outfits, I try to put them over on my Instagram. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. Bye.